The LSU football Tigers were back on the practice field Tuesday, day 11 of fall camp. Brian Kelly allowed us the last 45 minutes or so, which I actually prefer to the first 15, 20 minutes, because at the beginning, it's their ready period. They do individual periods. So it's a lot of guys, working drills with their position coach. At the end of practice is when they go 7-on-7 and 11-on-11. And quite honestly, we can glean more from the team periods than you can from individual. That makes sense, right? If you got linebackers hitting dummies and working tackling drills, it's just you're not going to see as much as when they're going 11-on-11, and you can kind of get a sense of ones and twos and who has the upper hand, who's doing well. On Monday, we told you Trey'Dez Green, Berrien Brown, Xavier Thomas dominated. They were awesome. Dominated the practice. Today, it was the inverse. Today, it was the defense, and more specifically, the secondary that owned practice on Tuesday. When they went 7-on-7, the offense ran 18 plays. 18 plays in 7-on-7. 5 of them were checkdowns, meaning the secondary had the receivers covered downfield, and Nuss, Van Buren, Hurley just had to dump it off to a running back. 5 checkdowns. About a third of the plays were checkdowns. There were 4 PBUs where the defensive back got their hand in there and knocked the ball away. So 5 checkdowns, 4 pass breakups. That's 9 of the 18 plays. The receivers also had 3 drops during this period. Kyle Parker had a drop. Teron Francis had a drop. And Caden Durham on the first play had a drop. I guess that's another checkdown, actually. It should be 6 checkdowns. Let me go ahead and edit that on my notes because it was 6 checkdowns. Anyway, point being, this was a day where the secondary, I'm sure, was challenged after what happened a day ago, and they elevated. And we always ask the question, when it's good on good, like, if one side of the ball wins, should you be excited about that side of the ball or disappointed about the other side of the ball? What's interesting is right now, you're seeing an evolution throughout camp. For example, the first day of 7-on-7, Garrett Nussmeier was 7 for 7. The second day, he was 11 for 12. So through the first 2 days of 7-on-7, Garrett Nussmeier was 18 of 19. Like, the ball didn't hit the ground. And now I'm telling you, 2 weeks later, the defense is winning the day. That's not how it was the last 2 years, y'all. I'm not trying to look back, but everyone inevitably is going to ask that question. Well, how does this compare to what we saw the last 2 years, in particular 2023, when the defense never won a rep? I mean, they were atrocious. And it's dramatically different. There's way more talent than they've had. I keep saying it this way because I'm struggling to find another way to say it. It looks like it's supposed to look when you're talking about LSU defensively. I'm not saying they're going to have 6 All-Americans and 5 first-round picks and they're going to be the number 1 defense in the country. What I'm telling you is this defense, talent-wise, is dramatically better than the last 2, which were an impediment to this team's success. The play of the day offensively was a touchdown pass during 11-on-11 that Garrett Nussmeier threw to Xavier Thomas. I would be stunned if at some point LSU doesn't put this out on their social media. They were running a red zone drill, so the offense had 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. And on 3rd down, it was 3rd and 18 because Xavier Thomas had a carry for a 3-yard loss. They had a false start. So never mind, it was 2nd and 18. So after the false start, it was 2nd and 18 from the 23. Nuss steps up, fires one into traffic over the middle in the middle of the end zone, and Xavier Thomas goes up and pulls it away from DJ Pickett. It was, oohs and ahs from everybody in attendance. Maybe not the smartest pass to make, but Nuss trusted his receiver to go make a play, and he made it. Defensively, play of the day was a scoop and score in the 11-on-11. They ran a direct snap to Caleb Jackson. He couldn't handle it. There was a scrum. Mansour Delane picked it up, housed it about 80 yards. So some good play on both sides there. We saw a offensive line shuffle continue. The most notable thing today was that DJ Chester ran as the second team center. So remember, Chester had been running as the first team left guard. Today, Cohen Eccles replaced him. Cohen Eccles ran first team left guard, and Chester ran second team center. That's a difference because Eccles had been running second team right guard behind Josh Thompson. So remember, the battles had been at left, Chester Mabenga, at right, Thompson Eccles. The fact that they moved Eccles to the left side today and gave him first team reps tells you they like the progress he's making, and he may be your sixth line. If he doesn't start, he may be your sixth lineman. Like, he may be the next guy up if in event you have to shuffle somehow, some way. Up and down day for Michael Van Buren. That's kind of been par for the course. It was interesting during 7-on-7s. Like, consecutive plays, he had his worst play than his best play. His first pass of 7-on-7, he threw over the middle for Kyle Parker, and Tamarcus Cooley had a beautiful pass breakup. And Joe Sloan was pissed. I mean, it didn't matter where you were on the field. He's yelling at him like, you go to throw to the field. You want him to throw it to the sideline. He wanted him to go to the sideline route. So basically saying Van Buren made the wrong read. Next play, boom, right back over the middle of the field to Xavion Thomas, thread the needle, beats P.J. Woodland. It was a dart. And that's the kind of thing with Van Buren, man. Like, you see the flashes. You see the arm talent. You see the athletic ability. The 25-yard scramble he had on Monday during the team period. It's there. It needs a lot of refinement. Like, the accuracy has been a problem and continues to be, but there are times he makes wow plays. So it's in there if you can continue to refine it. I'd say the same thing about Colin Hurley. On the injury front, Jakeem Jackson once again dressed but not participating. Yesterday had kinesio tape on his right hamstring, the back of his leg, just moving gingerly, spent most of the practice on the exercise bike. I told you yesterday, Barry and Brown during a punt return tweaked something with his ankle or his foot. He went to the middle of the field, like between the fields. They taped up his ankle. He got back in practice the rest of the day. Today, he had the right foot taped over the shoe, just like yesterday, practiced the whole time, no limitations. And then Nuss continues to wear that sleeve on his left leg, but no limitations whatsoever, doing everything. Grant Chadwick had a 65-yard punt today. He kicks the hell out of the ball. I mean, he's 6'5" and long, and when he gets a hold of it, it booms, and it is impressive to see. Today when they worked punt return, it was Barry and Brown, Xavier Thomas, and Aaron Anderson. So just those three. Yesterday, Chris Hilton and Kyle Parker were on punt return as well. Today was just those three. So all in all, a pretty good day. They ran 7-on-7, as we mentioned. They ran 11-on-11. Some of the pass breakups in 7-on-7 that were really impressive. DJ Pickett knocked Jelani Watkins' helmet off. Colin Hurley floated one and gave Pickett a little time to recover. Jelani Watkins elevated for it, and Pickett had recovered by that point and knocked his helmet off. Devon Key, had a really nice pass breakup covering Barry and Brown over the middle. They tried a little middle screen dump off, and Devon Keys met him right as the ball got there, knocked the ball out. So some really nice plays all around for the defense. And then the other thing I'll tell you, in 11-on-11, Patrick Payton had a TFL on a Xavion Thomas rushing attempt for -3 yards. Harold Perkins had a TFL on a first and goal from the 2. P.J. Woodland got flagged for PI in the end zone. They put the ball at the 2. First down, there's Harold Perkins, 2-yard loss, TFL at the goal line. Really nice play in the end zone by Deshaun Spears in that goal line on a second and goal from the 6, where Deshaun Spears was covering Trey'Dez Green. Ahmad Bro had a really nice stuff at the line of scrimmage of Caleb Jackson when the ones were out there. Harold Perkins and Whit Weeks combined for a 2-yard TFL when the 2s went against the 1s. It was interesting. That was one change on Tuesday. The first offense went against the second defense, and the first defense went against the second offense, which was a little unfair, to be quite honest, because that second team defense, or even like the first team defense against that second team offense, that's a wrecking ball of a defense right now, and they were fun to watch today. So today goes to the defense, and they'll be back out there again every day for the remainder of this week. They'll practice Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Our only scheduled availability is Friday. So LSU will practice again Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, but your next report from us won't be until Friday when we do get to watch the entire practice. So we'll look forward to it then. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. and be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.